Hope you're having a great Monday. Happy to have you here in the studio for a brand new episode of The Rise. Let's get you caught up on the hardwood where the conference saw an exciting week in league play. First, on the men's side, half of the American is tied for the conference lead with 3 wins through the first 2 weeks of play, led by UCF, who is the only team sitting at 3-0. A week that was highlighted by buzzer beaters and overtime finishes. Temple handed Houston its first loss of the season last week in dramatic fashion, a victory that could go a long way in the Owls' hopes of making the big dance come March. Temple guard Nate Pierre-Louis had a monster performance against the Cougs, 18 points to go along with 4 rebounds. He followed that up with a game-high 22 points in an overtime win against USF to earn the league's Player of the Week honors. Speaking of free basketball, fun fact, 4 American matchups have gone to overtime over the past 13 games. Some fresh new faces are also leaving their mark in the American this season. In fact, 2 freshmen splitting this week's top conference accolades. From ECU, it was impossible to ignore the gutsy performance from Jaden Gardner, 35 points and 20 boards in the Pirates' loss at UCF. Gardner set an ECU freshman record to collect his 7th double-double of the season. It was also the first 35-point performance by a freshman in conference history. Representing USF in respectable fashion this past week was Alexis Yetna. The rookie averaged almost 20 points and over 10 rebounds in games against Tulane and Temple. Yetna collected his league-leading 9th double-double of the season in the loss to the Owls. Also in the latest NET rankings, the American boasts 4 teams in the top 45, Houston at 8, UCF at 33, Cincinnati at 35, and Temple at 44. Of course, these rankings are the NCAA's new evaluation tool for the season and significantly impact NCAA tournament selection. Additionally, Memphis, UConn, and USF find themselves in the top 100. On the women's side, 4 teams remain unbeaten in conference play following an exciting and record-setting week 2. UConn's Katie Lou Samuelson became just the 4th player in American Conference history to reach the 2,000 career point milestone. The 2-time Conference Player of the Year became just the 10th player in UConn program history to hit that mark with a 19-point performance against USF on Sunday. The Huskies prevailed 63-46 over the visiting Bulls to extend their home winning streak to 84 games. UCF's milestone season continued with 2 more wins and saw junior guard KK Wright earn her first career American Player of the Week nod. Wright averaged over 22 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists as the Knights defeated USF and Cincinnati. Tuesday's War on I-4 win at USF was just the 2nd all-time for UCF in Tampa. Wright also completed the comeback for her team with the game-winning shot and steal against Cincinnati on Sunday. Tulsa is in the midst of a 4-game win streak with league wins over Wichita State, Memphis, and ECU. Desiree Lewis repeated as Freshman of the Week after averaging a double-double with 13 points and 12.5 boards last week. The Golden Hurricane are beginning to turn heads as the program is 3-0 to start conference play for the first time since 2008. Tulane has a full week ahead as the Green Wave hope to keep its 6-game win streak intact. After defeating Temple and SMU on the road this past week, Tulane will host UConn on Wednesday before trekking to Florida to square off with USF on Saturday. That's a quick look around the conference. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week.